So we're going to begin doing something different. Our live lessons beginning in April and every month from now on, we're going to be doing a topic for the month, or a subject, or some kind of something related for the month. And this month we're focusing on creativity and creativity exercises, things that are going to help us get more creative, or going to challenge us. And one of the things I'm going to do with this is I'm going to be choosing creativity exercises that I've never done before. So that's going to be a little bit different for me, because I like to play to my strengths and do things that I'm confident doing, but I'm going to be doing something and learning right along with you. So with that, let's start out. This week's exercise is one that I've heard about for a long, long time and have always avoided because it just really intimidated me. And that is very simply practicing drawing with my non-dominant hand. Now, I'm left-handed and I like drawing with my left hand, but this exercise is all about drawing with the hand that is not your strong hand. And so I'm going to show you how I draw with my right hand, among other things. So if you are going to do this with me, all you need, if you don't have a digital app or whatever, just get a pencil and paper, and you'll probably need several sheets of paper. And let's draw together. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is just draw circles. Now, with each of these exercises, I'm going to do it first with my right hand, and then, or excuse me, with my left hand, my strong hand, and then with my non-dominant hand, so you can see the difference. So if you're doing this along with me, then you do the same thing. And I'm going to be doing things that you can draw along with me. As I draw, I'm working in ArtRage, and it's a great app if you're looking for a digital app and you have an Android tablet or an iPad. You can get this app right now for about $2.99, $2.99. So it's a great thing to get. This is not an affiliate plug. We don't get any kickback or anything like that. This is just an art app that I love using, and it's really useful. So if you're looking into digital art, go ahead and get ArtRage. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is very simply, we're going to practice, and this is a great warm-up. Whoops, let me get in the right mode here. There I go, I've got my pencil going. This is a great warm-up anytime you're drawing, is just to draw circles. Now I'm doing this, remember this is we're going to be drawing with both our strong hand and our non-dominant hand. I'm drawing with my strong hand, my left hand right now. So just draw some circles. Now, you can't see me drawing right now, but as I draw these circles, I'm moving my entire arm. I'm moving from my shoulder, I'm moving my elbow. In other words, I'm not resting my hand on the paper and drawing a circle like that. That's when I just did that. I rested my hand on the paper, and I'm just using my fingers to draw. Okay, you see the difference? If I draw with my whole arm, I get a much smoother line. Okay, so I've done a bunch of those. Now, the nice thing with a digital app is I can just come over here and clear the layer, and I can draw again. Okay, you ready? Now I'm going to draw with my right hand. Okay, let's see how this goes. Still drawing from my shoulder, and my circles are coming out pretty good. How are you doing it? Very simple exercise. But if you do this enough, both right hand and left hand, it really helps with the strength of your lines. Okay, these are warm-ups. This is just to get us going. Okay, so that's right hand, left hand doing circles. Okay, let's clear the layer or get a new sheet of paper. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm back with my left hand, my strong hand, and I'm just going to draw straight lines. Again, this is a great warm-up. Anytime you're getting ready to draw, just like an athlete warms up, it's good for an artist to warm up. Just draw lines. Straight lines. You can come across and crosshatch a bit. Okay, so that's my straight lines with my dominant hand. I come over again and clear the layer. I'm losing my mouse. There it is. Okay. So let's try this now. Okay, ready? I'm using my right hand. Oop. There we go. And I'm doing the same thing. Again, I'm moving my whole arm as I draw. It's a little bit more challenging for me doing the cross-hatching. Okay, so that's drawing, again, it's just a straight line with my non-dominant hand. Okay, well, that's not very exciting, so let's do something else. Okay, I'm going to just draw, I'm back to my left hand, my strong hand. I'm going to try drawing a mountain with my strong hand. I like drawing landscapes, and I like drawing mountains, so I'm just drawing a nice squiggly line here like this. I come down, maybe come across here. Just give a little dimension to the mountain. Okay, and then if I wanted to shade it in, I'm going to come and give it a little shading. Now, I'm doing this with my strong hand today, or not today, but right now. And then we're going to see how this goes with my weak hand. Now, I could make this look better if I was using like a chalk or something, but I'm just sketching with the pencil tool. Okay, so there is just a little simple mountain. Let's shade that in a little bit just to give it a little dimension. Now, let's see how I do with my right hand. Okay, so now, using my right hand, I'm going to come up. I'm still going to try to draw that mountain shape. It's not quite as good, but it's not bad. That's the nice thing with mountains. You know, they're kind of squiggly anyway, so you can pretty much do whatever looks somewhat mountainy. Okay, and try shading that in. Okay, what I'm finding is I don't have near as much control, and trying to shade this way is not easy. So I'm kind of doing a lot more squiggly lines. So that would be an area where I might want to practice more. I don't have near as much control doing it that way. And then let's see if I can get a little bit of gray in between here. Part of the struggle is I'm not sure quite how to hold the pencil, or in my case, the stylus. Okay, so there's my attempt at a mountain with my non-dominant hand. All right, so we're going to clear that out. And we're going to do one more. And for this one, we're going to have a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to turn on a reference picture I've got here. This is a picture that Mrs. Pence took yesterday, or a couple days ago actually, when she was about to pick me up from cardiac rehab. This is outside the hospital. And so I'm going to draw quickly. I'm going to sketch the tulip with my dominant hand first. Now, if I were trying to draw this in any great detail, I would take more time, but this is just a quick impression type sketch. I'm just kind of getting a feel for it. I like flowers, and I especially like drawing tulips. They're fun to draw, and because they're reasonably symmetrical, they're not always difficult, at least from this kind of angle. Now remember, when you do this, think in terms of your contour. Now if I were serious about doing this as a finished picture, I would be coming back in later and refining it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to come in, get a feel for the leaf. This is all with my dominant hand, the way I would normally draw. Okay, so there is a tulip with my strong hand. Now let's try one with my weak hand. Okay, I am now drawing with my right hand. And I hope you're doing this along with me. And you don't have to be drawing the tulip if you don't want to. You can find something else to draw. And let's draw a little bit of a stem here. And this one is a little bit rough. I'm afraid my non-dominant tulip does not look good. Okay. So there we go with a tulip drawn with my non-dominant hand, with my right hand. Let me turn that off again. I will post that so you can download it later. Now the question is, how does this help with creativity? You know, kind of, what is this supposed to do? Well, there are a couple things. I did some reading on it this week. Some say, well, it develops, you know, the creative part of your brain better. It helps you connect with parts of your brain that you normally wouldn't connect with. And I'm not sure that that's really true. But what it does do, it does a couple of things. One, it lets you kind of explore drawing without being a perfectionist. You know, as an artist, I tend to be a perfectionist, and you know, if I'm trying to draw something, a lot of times I will just, you know, I'll come in and I will work something and rework it and rework it, and I'll say, oh no, that's not right, I got to erase it. Now let's do this. And you know, you can kind of almost get paralyzed because you just keep trying to always make it perfect, and drawing with your non-dominant hand, drawing with your right hand if you're left-handed, or left hand if you're right-handed, gives you the opportunity to kind of turn off your inner critic. I'm a writer as well as an artist, and as a writer, I have to force myself not to be super critical of my writing when I'm just getting it out. So as I draw with my non-dominant hand, I am kind of turning off that inner critic. I'm just drawing and I'm having fun. Now, is this something that you're going to do all the time? No. This, just like, you know, drawing the circles, this is a warm-up exercise that will be very, very helpful for you. It's not something that you're going to do all the time, but it's something that I would encourage you to make a practice of. So when you are getting ready to draw anytime, you want to do a couple of things. You want to, one, do your warm-ups, draw your circles, and draw your lines. And if you want to try drawing some shapes, that's good too. Remember, always move your entire arm, and then draw something with your non-dominant hand. Hey, let's draw a daisy. Okay, I'm drawing with my right hand now. How is my daisy looking? Well, it's not too bad. And this is all with my right hand. If I do the same thing with my left hand, I'm going to have more control. But honestly, sometimes I think the things that I've drawn with my right hand look as good or better. So, it's just a way of practicing. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next month, is just practicing on some different ways to build up our creativity, different things that we can learn how to do, and then we'll move on from there. But a lot of times we don't want to do these basic exercises, but these are what help us become better artists, is learning how to draw, learning how to see, learning how to just do the basics again and again and again. Now, as I wrap things up today, one thing that just kind of came to my mind as I was talking about or thinking about drawing with my weak hand is God says, "My strength is made perfect in weakness." And, that was very true in my life over this last couple of months. I have been very, very weak, but His strength is what has brought me through. So, Paul said, when I'm weak, I'm strong. And that's really, really true. If you're trusting in Jesus Christ, when you're weak, He's strong. And because He's strong, you can be strong. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for today. I'm still working at getting back to a more full schedule. And so these lessons may be just a little shorter than they were, but they're going to be in the 20 to 30 minute range. This month we're doing creativity exercises, and I am choosing exercises that I have never done before. So I'm going to learn right along with you, and we are going to have a good time together. So until next week's lesson, this is Jim Pence with See the Light. Always keep drawing, and don't forget, always have fun. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week.